In this video, we will go over the steps to test the rotation motor and bearing assembly on the Motion-Trek family of pull lifts. First, check the battery to make sure it has adequate charge to operate the lift. If the battery is charged, test motor function by using the controls on the control panel. If it is not functioning correctly, the motor will need to be removed for additional testing. Tools required are a No. 2 Phillips screwdriver, a 5/32 inch hex wrench, and a 5/16 inch wrench. Use the No. 2 Phillips screwdriver to remove the 6 screws from the rotation motor cover. Then remove the cover. Use the 5/32 inch hex wrench to loosen the 2 set screws on the gear assembly. Use the 5/16 inch wrench to remove the 4 screws securing the motor to the mounting bracket. Lift the motor from the mounting bracket and remove the gear assembly. Hold the motor and use the left and right arrows on the control panel to test the operation of the motor. If the motor does not turn left and right 360 degrees, the motor needs to be replaced. To test the bearing assembly, unplug the motor cable connection from the control box and remove the motor. Test the lift rotation function by hand to see if the lift rotates freely. If it does not rotate freely, the bearing assembly needs to be replaced. When finished testing, reinstall the motor. If it was dislodged during the process, reinstall the flanged sleeve bearing in the lower hole of the bracket. Reinstall the gear assembly with the set screws toward the top of the bracket. Then, reinstall the motor onto the top of the mounting bracket, aligning the motor shaft with the gear assembly. Use the 5/32 inch hex wrench to tighten the set screws. Reinstall the 4 screws to secure the motor to the bracket, and use the 5/16 inch wrench to tighten the screws. Plug the motor cable back into the control box, then place the 2 halves of the cover around the rotational motor assembly. Secure in place using the 6 cover screws. Tighten the screws using the No. 2 Phillips screwdriver.